and welcome to our demonstration tonight of the TM6. My name is Gemma McQueen and I am your Thermomix Consultant for the evening. Thank you so much for watching our video on YouTube. We would love you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are very, very close to getting our goal with our YouTube channel at the moment, so make sure you subscribe. Tonight we are looking at the TM6. And this is the classic white TM6. At the moment, there's also an option to purchase a sparkling black TM6. So I'll tell you about what's on offer at the moment when we get started. But that's why I've got two Thermomixes here with me tonight. And it actually is confusing me a little bit because I don't know which one we're going to use. But we are going to go and cook in this classic white Thermomix tonight. So before we get started, I'll let you know what is included when you buy a Thermomix. So the price of the Thermomix is $2,579. There are lots of different payment options available. I will go through them later in the recording. And we think that we've got a payment option to suit everybody to get a Thermomix on your kitchen bench as soon as possible. So just reach out. Happy to chat to you offline about what payment option might suit you best and all that kind of stuff as well. I'll quickly tell you what the actual current special offer is at the moment. So if you decide that you want a classic white Thermomix, you actually get the white Thermomix, the glider board, and a $140 mix shop voucher. If you decide to go with the sparkling black Thermomix, all the same, except you get a lovely black glider board. As you can see, they look nice on their own coloured glider boards. So tonight we're going to make the creamy salami fettuccine, which is an all-in-one, quick, easy dinner. When I first got my Thermomix over 10 years ago, my kids almost lived on this meal. It was one of those ones that you can just chuck it all in and turn it on, go and bath the kids. There's some veggies in there, so you're feeling good about what you're giving them. It's pretty inexpensive, so it's a good one for those budget, conscious people as well. And it's, I reckon it's an all-round winner of a dish. So I'll show you how to make that tonight as well. And then I'll also give you a little bit of an explanation. There's a good one, Shane. I forgot to let you know that I've got Shane helping me tonight in the driver's seat. I'm not here talking to myself. Hi, Shane.
Hi, Shane.
Hi, Shane. And if I get stuck on any of the big words, you'll just hear him chime in at the end for me to help me with the big words. But I will explain to you how the Thermomix works. And please, if you do have any questions, all my details are in the little blurby bit, but chuck a question up on YouTube. I do get to those and answer them, or send me a text or an email. All my details are in there as well. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get started on some cooking. So I've actually told the Thermomix what we're having tonight, and I've put it in my meal plan. So if I go my week on my screen here, my creamy tomato and salami fettuccine dish comes up because I've told COOKIDOO what we're having tonight, and I just start cooking and it just steps me through the recipe. So it couldn't be easier to use a Thermomix. I think anybody could use a Thermomix. Now, the first step is some Parmesan cheese. So if you're buying grated Parmesan cheese or shaved Parmesan cheese, once you get your Thermomix, you don't do that anymore. You just buy the blocks and you can grate it yourself. So we're going to chuck that in. The scales have come up, but I know that that's about how much I wanted, so I didn't worry about the weight of it. And we're going to give that 10 seconds on speed 9. And look, that was only 6 seconds, but I could hear that it was done, so I'm going to pause it there, and I'm going to fish out my grated Parmesan cheese, and look at that. So it's nice and crumbled. I don't know if you can see that. You can see that it's really finely grated. So we'll just pop that aside and we'll continue on with our recipe. So again, it's just next, transfer it into a bowl, done that. Next, okay, now we're going to start throwing in our ingredients and we'll step through this one. So half a brown onion. I'm going to put a whole brown onion in because I'm in charge of this recipe and I didn't want half an onion sitting in my fridge. It asks for 1 garlic clove. I'm going to put in 5 because I like it nice and garlicky. So as you can see, you can deviate slightly from the recipe if you like. Some parsley. It says 6 sprigs of parsley, but I've got a nice little bunch here from my herb boat. If you haven't been following and you don't know what a herb boat is, you'll have to have a look on Instagram. And I will chop that up. So I've got onion, garlic and parsley in there now. And we're going to just chop that for 3 seconds on speed 7. And have a look at what this does. So much better than having to sit there. I don't know how long that would take you, but that would take me quite a while to chop that onion, the parsley and the garlic. It's not a very good shot there, Shane. What can I do? Can I go there? Screen?
Go back.
Go back?
Yep, that's fine. Yep.
I was thinking maybe the screen camera, darling. Not to tell you how to do your job. Look at that. Look at all that chopped up. Is that good? Is that a good angle? No. He's shaking his head. Okay, whatever. I don't care. It's all good. We're all friends here, so, you know, I'll just try and show you the best I can. Rightio. So we scrape that down, and now we're going to pop in our capsicum, half of a red capsicum, some zucchini, and we're going to chop that again. So again, when you think about time saving, this is now going to grate your zucchini. So if you think of like zucchini slice or anything like that, where you normally have to grate these vegetables, have a look at this. And which way should I show them, Shane? Just like this. Or grated. I reckon this camera is good at the screen, Dove. Look, I can, look at that. Oh, look at that, beautiful, inside that bowl there. How long would that take you? If you had to actually grate that with a grater, that would take you a long time. So that's all those veggies is all now chopped up really finely. If you've got really fussy kids who won't eat veggies once they know that they're in there, you could even scrape that down and give that another chop if you needed it to be really fine so that they are smuggled. Smuggled, is that a word, Shane?
It is.
It is a word, excellent, that's what I like to hear. Okay, so we've put some olive oil in there and we're just going to fry that off, there we go, for a couple of minutes. Okay, so whilst that is simmering away there, so I can't show you in there, but basically the blades are turning, the Thermomix is now heating up, and it's going to try and get the veggies and the oil and everything up to 120 degrees. But the recipe actually knew that that's what I was doing, so I haven't had to type in any of that or put in anything. I've just hit next, and that step was already programmed for me. Now, when I talk about our recipes and I talk about COOKIDOO, I'll just show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. So, cookidoo.com.au is your one-stop shop for all of your Thermomix recipes. So every recipe that's been made by Thermomix for the TM6 is available in COOKIDOO. It is a subscription service and you do get 6 months for free when you buy your new TM6. There is tons of recipes, actually like 30,000 or something I think they're up to now, Shane. I don't know the exact figure of that, but it's quite a lot of recipes in there. And you can do a lot with COOKIDOO. So we can organise meal plans, we can do shopping lists, we can even connect our COOKIDOO to Woolworths Online and do our online shopping. And we've also now got an app, which the app is really handy. It's on your phone, obviously, and it means that when you go to Woolworths or down the street or whatever, you're actually taking all your cookbooks with you in this app, and if you, say, went to seen something that was on special or whatever like that you wanted to buy, you can actually type that ingredient into COOKIDOO and find what you might make tonight with all your recipes on hand. Now, the other thing is the COOKIDOO 3.0. Thank you very much, Shane. It's like I'm at the Oscars and he's starting to play the music. COOKIDOO 3.0 is where we now have the ability to, he's pointing out Rigo's Diane sauce, but we won't talk about that because, you know, we don't want to promote that too hard. But COOKIDOO 3.0 is actually where you can put your own recipes on your Thermomix. You can convert your own recipes to the Thermomix way of cooking, and then you can upload them to your Thermomix. So if you want to have step-by-step instructions of your recipe on your Thermomix, COOKIDOO 3.0 is definitely for you. Now, when I say it's a subscription service, don't worry, it's not like Netflix. It doesn't come out every month. It's just a yearly subscription of $69. And like I said, you get 6 months for free when you get your new machine to make sure that you like it and that you're going to use it, and then you pay your $69 for the whole year. So it's the cheapest subscription that you'll have as well. How's that for perfect timing there, Shane? So my Thermomix has dinged. In that 3 minutes, I could have been doing nearly anything. You know, if I was, you know, a busy mum, I am a busy mum. Hypothetically, if I was a busy mum and my kids weren't looking after themselves, I could be looking after the kids. I could do a load of washing. You know, what could you do in 3 minutes? It's endless. Now this needs 400 grams, and for some reason I undid 2 tins, thinking they were 200 each, but they're 400, so I only need 1 tin. Anyway, that's good. I've got a tin of tomatoes to use. I might just pop it in anyway. I don't want to deviate off the recipe too much, but I think that'll be okay. And what's my other ingredient? Water. 300 of water. So I reckon if I put, I'm just going to wing this. I'm going to put another tin of tomatoes, because I did have another tin of tomatoes, and just like a splash of water. Maybe a little bit more water. There we go. See what I mean? You don't have to be exact, okay? And some cream. So we've also got our little thing of cream, 200 grams of cream. In it goes. Look, I probably will just put all of that in as well, because I'm not going to use a tiny bit of cream left over either. What I could do is I could actually rewrite this recipe and put it as my own in COOKIDOO 3.0. No, Shane.
Yes, you could.
I've changed that much about it. Now, I'm putting in vegetable stock paste. Now, if you have been around the Thermomix world, you will know about vegetable stock paste. If you have not, this is like the most amazing ingredient. You will make that as soon as you get your Thermomix. It should be the first thing that you make. It just is like, I don't know, it's liquid gold. It's leftover veggies, celery, carrot, onion, whatever you've got, a whole heap of herbs, and it is cooked in your Thermomix and then blended with some salt and some oil, blended into a paste, lasts in your fridge for like ever 4 to 6 months, 6 to 8 months, and then you don't have to buy stock cubes, liquid stock, any of those flavor enhancing powders or anything like that. You just use one simple ingredient for all of that stuff. So even if you're cooking something on the stove or, you know, not in your Thermomix, you can use your veggie stock anywhere where you would use a stock cube or anything like that. So definitely when you first get your Thermomix, that's what you want to make. Now, as I was talking about COOKIDOO before, I just wanted to mention that COOKIDOO, there is so much to learn with COOKIDOO. Like I said, with the meal planning and the shopping lists and all that kind of stuff, we actually every month do a session that is just for our lovely owners, and it's just to help you with COOKIDOO. So it's a Zoom session. I'll pop the link to register for our next one in the description. Is that what that's called? Yep, description. Okay. But the COOKIDOO sessions are amazing. They are a really great way of finding some new recipes as well. So everybody that comes along shares their favourite recipe, favourite COOKIDOO recipe. By the end of the hour session, you've got a list of things that you want to try, you know, to cook from COOKIDOO. And you know, you've met some lovely people on there as well, and you've been able to ask any questions or anything like that as well. Now, when you first get your Thermomix, your consultant helps you, we've got some video support, or helps you over the phone, or actually comes and helps you physically to get started with your Thermomix. But after that, that's not where the support ends. After that, we continually support our customers with, like I said, the COOKIDOO session. Once a month, we've also got an owner's session that you can come to. You can come to those as many times as you like. And that just continues to support your journey with the Thermomix as well. Now, another great benefit of being a Thermomix, being a consultant's great too, but being a Thermomix owner, is that you do have access to host rewards. So our host rewards are our way of saying thank you to you for sharing our product with your friends. Our businesses do not continue without the goodwill and the word of mouth of our owners who love their Thermomixes. So we want you to be shouting how much you love your Thermomix loud and proud from the rooftops. And to say thank you for doing that, we've got some lovely gifts there that you can have for free if your friend decides to purchase, or at a discount just for inviting a couple of people along to a session like this, sharing a video like this with your friends, like I said, or coming to a live Zoom of this video, and the links for those sessions and stuff are in the comments as well. So we'd love to say thank you to you for helping our business continue by sharing the Thermomix with your friends as well. And everybody needs a thermo server, and I'm just looking, I don't actually think I've got a thermo server down here at the moment. Oh yes I do, hang on a sec.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Sorry?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. I've actually got two. Look at this. I've got a round one and a oval one. So I don't know which one I'll use tonight, but these are the most amazing little dishes. Well, they're not really a dish, are they? What would you say? A bowl?
Yeah.
A bowl, a dish? Okay. And they're double walled stainless steel. So what they do is they act like a thermos for your boiling water, but for your food. So it will keep food hot or cold for 2 hours. And there's lots of times in a Thermomix recipe where it'll say, set that aside in a thermo server, meanwhile do this, or whatever like that. So everybody needs a couple of these in their life. So that's why we've got them as our host rewards. And the only way to get these is to host a demonstration. Like I said, sharing the Thermomix with your friends and all that kind of stuff. The other cool thing that's on there, Shane, I'll just sit these aside because I'm going to use one of those. The other cool thing that's on there is the bread mat. Now I'm not using the bread mat tonight, but I'd be lost without my bread mat. So this is just a silicone bread mat. It has got some fiberglass in it, so it actually helps keep your bread warm when you're proving your bread. It just folds up to next to nothing. You can sit it in the knife and fork drawer, or the one under the knife and fork drawer. And it is great when you're making any kind of doughs, or scones is what I use it for the most. Actually, and the scone video is coming. Everybody is asking me about the scone video. I have to do it this weekend, I think. So scone video will be coming soon. Don't hold me to it, but just in case. But the bread mat is really good when you're making any kind of doughs or anything like that in your Thermomix. Now, let's talk about payment options, because if the Thermomix was free, everybody would have one, of course. But we do have to talk about paying for your Thermomix. So the Thermomix is $2,579. You can pay credit or debit card, and Afterpay is now available as well to split that into 4 payments. if you've got an Afterpay account, or you can pay with PayPal as well. The best way to get your Thermomix is to join my team and become a Thermomix consultant. We are Team Thermo fans, and we're on the mid-north coast, mid-north coast of New South Wales. I'm in Coffs Harbour, but you can be a Thermo fan and live anywhere in Australia. So we love what we do, and we love sharing the Thermomix with people. So you can come on and earn your Thermomix. You can sell 6 Thermomixes and earn your Thermomix completely for free with 6 sales, or you can come and just sell 3 Thermomixes and get a half price Thermomix. So that's a really cool way of getting your Thermomix as well. What's the other payment option, Shane? Oh, one of our payment plans is the Easy 3. So that is where you pay $1,029 today when you order your Thermomix, and then $800 in 30 days, and then another $800 30 days later. So it just breaks it down into manageable chunks. And my second favourite way of getting a Thermomix, and the way I bought my Thermomix, is on interest free. So 24 months interest free at the moment with Zip Money, $27.12 a week. We can show you how you can fit that $30 a week savings, less than $30 a week it is, but we can show you how you can fit that into your life, just the same as you fit your mobile phone or your, I don't know, what other thing do you pay off? So we believe that the Thermomix can save every family money on their grocery bill, but also things that you can't actually gauge. So how much time it can save you, how much time it can save you because you're feeding your children, additive-free meals, all of that kind of stuff. The mental stress of not having to ask everybody what's for dinner because you've done a meal plan with COOKIDOO. These are all things you can't gauge, but we guarantee that the $30 a week we can save just off the food bill as well. Rightio. What have we got next, Shane? I can't see. I think that's it. So what's happening here is that we've put this on, I think it was on for 10 minutes, and it's just getting all of that, all of the tomato and all of that water, veggie stock, all the veggies, the onion, the garlic, all of that heating up. And what it's going to do then is we're going to put in some pasta. So this is not the traditional way to cook pasta, I know, but we actually cook it in with the sauce, and it is absolutely delicious and beautiful. And it's quite a cool night here on the Coffs Coast tonight. I know it's hard to believe it's not sunny, but it's going to be a really nice hearty winter, nice warm dinner. So that's what we'll be having. Okay, we've got 7 seconds. Any questions? Make sure if you've got questions, I usually have people live asking me questions. Put them in the comments if you've got any questions for me. I would love to answer some questions. So we're now putting 250 to 300 grams of fettuccine in here. This bag is 500, so a good half, or more than half probably. And you're going to break this into half of the actual fettuccine as well. If you're just doing boiled pasta, which there is a video just for boiled pasta on the YouTube channel, you don't need to actually break it into half. You can just pop it through the lid and it will cook your fettuccine whole. But this one we actually want to we want to put our salami in there too. We actually want the fettuccine to be in half, so it's all in there and getting mixed up. Now it wants 100 grams of salami or chorizo. I've gone a little bit overboard because I like this really meaty. So I've got, let's just see how much I've got. Oh dear, this could be embarrassing of how much I've got when I need 100. So look, oh no, look, it's only double, 204. That's all good. So as you can see, we have bulked this out a little bit tonight, a little bit extra tomatoes, a little bit extra meat, a little bit extra onion, but it's going to be delicious. Rightio. So now that we just go next, next, and we are cooking that now. That's now going to cook for 7 minutes because that's all that pasta needs. And obviously the meat's already cooked, it's just heating that up. The trick with the Thermomix is that you can see here that it's on reverse. So when the Thermomix is going in reverse, it's not chopping anymore. So the top side of the blades is sharp, and it will chop that onion like you've seen. It will chop pretty much anything that you want, hard cheese, ice, anything like that. But then when it's in reverse, it's just stirring, and it will leave that fettuccine in nice strings. It won't break it up, it won't break the salami up, it'll actually leave everything nice and whole. So that's the great thing about the Thermomix, the way that it cooks as well.
3 dots. What you can do.
3 dots. Oh yeah, okay. So when you're cooking, when you're midway through a recipe, and say if I was thinking, oh, I wonder what I need to do next for this recipe, I can actually go here to preview, and this preview is great because all I need to do now is sprinkle it with parmesan and I'm done. Or you can go back and your 3 dots are here, and you can actually even access the scales. So the scales are built in, and I can actually now weigh, you know, if I was needing to prepare something else whilst this is cooking or whatever, then I can do that. Now, talking about our YouTube channel, Shane, can you show everyone the little slide that we have? Oh, look at that. I just knew what I was going to think. So some other videos that we've got on here to show you some basic things that the Thermomix can do. Obviously the vegetable stock paste we've already been through, boiled rice and boiled pasta. Once you do them in your Thermomix, you'll never go back. The mash and 3 veg is very popular. Everybody loves that one. And obviously grated cheese, pizza dough. I need to add scones to this list as soon as I've done the video. But if you've got any other suggestions of basic things that you like cooking in your Thermomix, if you've already got a Thermomix, let us know what they are, and we'll add them to our basic series, because everybody loves when they get their Thermomix, they, you know, cook something really spectacular, but sometimes it is just those really basic, easy things that your Thermomix can do that you forget about. And, you know, we want to be using it all the time for everything that it can be used for. So yeah, make sure you watch those as well. One of the other cool things that we'll have to add to our basic series, Shane, is now the egg boil mode. Won't we? I'll have to do an egg boil video. So we've got egg boil mode on the TM6. So we've got lots of modes on the TM6. You just go over the other way so I'll just show that quickly. So this is the time, temperature, speed when it's cooking. Over here is where we search COOKIDOO and can search for recipes and all that kind of stuff if you haven't got it in your meal plan. But then over the other side, we've got all of our modes. So obviously your scales is fairly self-explanatory. You can go into your scales whenever you want. Chopping is if you've just got, you know, if you just want an onion chopped, or you just want to, like I just did some zucchini for a zucchini slice and you want to grate that up, you can go in there, choose zucchini, choose how much you've got, and it will let you know how much you need to chop that. We've got our dough mode and our turbo mode. Dough, obviously self-explanatory, is for your pizza dough, all your breads, all that kind of stuff. Your turbo is a burst of power, a little bit like pulsing something in a blender. So if anyone's got a recipe that needs it pulsed in a blender, that's the one for you. Pre-clean, you can't really see it there, but pre-clean is our is a new mode for the TM6, and it actually you pop water in there, you put it on pre-clean, and it cleans your Thermomix for you whilst you're eating dinner, okay? And you can tell it how dirty your bowl is and what you've been cooking in there. It asks, you know, if you've got browning or caramelization or, you know, dough. whatever you've been making, and it cleans the bowl according to what you've been making and according to how dirty it is. So it's a life changer for the husbands that have to clean the clean the bowls afterwards. Now obviously we've got blend, you know, anything that a blender can do, your Thermomix can do hands down. Here's egg boil mode, which is probably my favourite mode. We've got kettle mode. I've got a friend that just uses her Thermomix as her kettle. She's put her kettle away and she only uses the Thermomix anytime she needs to use a kettle. So that's one less thing on her bench. We've got warm up mode, which is great if I wanted to have some of this tomorrow when, you know, for lunch. I can put it back in the Thermomix, put it on warm up and take it back up to 70 or 80 degrees. I'm not zapping it in the microwave, so I'm not cooking it any further, and I'm not getting the hot around the edges and the cold in the middle. It's warming it up all the way through, and I could have it for lunch tomorrow. Thicken mode is specifically designed for making like your bechamel and your hollandaise and all those kind of sauces. So what makes that really special is those sauces need to get to a precise temperature and be stirred constantly. So the thicken mode and the Thermomix can actually get a bowl of liquid or ingredients to a certain temperature and then hold it at that exact temperature and stir it. So you'll be able to do all of those sauces that are quite fiddly on the stove because you do have to get them to the right temperatures and stuff like that. There's lots of chefs that can't make a good hollandaise without sometimes making scrambled eggs or sometimes splitting it. Perfect in the Thermomix and very easy as well, and very quick, only about 7 minutes as well. So that's what thicken mode's all about. We've got rice cooker mode. I don't actually use rice cooker mode. I use the old-fashioned way of cooking rice in my basket in my Thermomix, which there is a video for that as well. And then we've got a couple of our new long, oh, hang on a sec, time's up. Hang on 2 seconds. Oh, that's the end of my recipe. But let me just quickly continue talking about these modes because I'm on a roll here. The fermentation, the slow cook, and the sous vide mode are all modes where you're cooking for a long time on a lower temperature. So I feel like I need to do a whole video on sous videing. So that's to come. There you go. Look, Shane, can you write all these great ideas that I'm coming up with tonight down, please, darling? I've got like a month's worth of work here to do. Now, peeler. We have got a blade cover peeler attachment that you can add to your cart when you buy the Thermomix. If you're thinking that you're going to do a lot of slow cooking, or if you like the idea of being able to peel your potatoes, any hard vegetables, peeling boiled eggs, the Thermomix can do that with the attachment as well. And we won't talk about grating and slicing until the slicing attachment is available in the mix shop, but hopefully that will be soon. Anyway, our dinner's ready. Let's have a look at it. Oh, it's like a full 2.2 litres of food here. And I still don't have a big spoon down here, Shane. I know, it's a travesty. I need to... Hey?
Dishwasher.
Oh, dishwasher? No, I don't think so. There is some things, but not a big spoon. That's all right, I've got a little spoon. And a spatula. Let's see how we go. But as you can see, this is... Oh, I love this. I did this with a lady on Monday night. I went and delivered her Thermomix. We made vegetable stock and then we made this in her Thermomix. She had a TM31 and had upgraded her TM31. That's a little shout out to anyone who's got a TM31. We actually do upgrade your TM31 as well. But yeah, she had upgraded her TM31 and this was their favourite meal right from back when she first had her TM31. So she made this and I have been thinking about it ever since because I left and her family ate this for dinner and I didn't get it. So I've been thinking about having this ever since. Anyway, a little bit of Parmesan cheese on there and there you go. I have to take a photo, but there we go. That's our creamy salami fettuccine. I think that's what it's called. And cooked in our TM6. So if there's any questions, like I said, pop them in the comments. The payment options and stuff like that, totally understand if you've got questions about that you would rather ask privately. Please reach out. Phone number and email address is there. Happy to answer any questions. And thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. It's delicious. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. It's all about the subscribing. Thanks so much, guys.